All right, guys, one of today's little projects. Gonna trim that up, clean that up, those, take care of that, and get all down through here. Not a big project at all, but that's not all I'm doing today. So there you go. Now, the point of today's video, friends, family, neighbors. My house, neighbor. So I want to talk about that for a little bit. I do him, do that one. He actually mows on the side, and I do this one. Am I hopping around on subjects? Yes, because I want y'all to stay tuned for what I want to tell you about working with friends, family, and neighbors. But anyway, if you guys follow my channel at all, and if I hadn't said it, guys, it's Nick in Kingsport, Tennessee with P&H Lawn Care. If y'all follow my channel at all, you know I can't stand battery equipment. I could go into it, but y'all don't want to hear it. All the reasons I don't like it, but I just prefer gas. But anyway, I have two pieces of battery equipment that I do like, and one is a handheld Echo blower, but I like it just for little stuff like blowing out the garage, and I like to keep it in the back seat of my truck, so whenever you raise the tailgate on the trailer, close everything up, and then there's just that little line of grass that got caught under the trailer ramp or something, you can just grab it, clean it off real quick. The other thing that I have that's battery is this. Echo just came out with this a few weeks ago, a month ago, something like that. It's a little battery operated hand pruner, and I find it comes in very handy for like this big old overgrown rose bush, for cuts like that where they're too big for these, but you don't want to get out a chainsaw for it. So I find that that's perfect. Guys, it's a 56 volt Echo. I know Stihl has one of them out. I can't remember the product number on it. I have another video up on YouTube unboxing of it. So, but yeah, I like this little thing a lot. Hold on, I'm trying to, got a little safety button. But yeah, it's pretty cool, and it does have an oil reservoir. I know the Stihl one doesn't. You gotta oil the bar, but that one does. And they designed it to where whenever you fill the oil reservoir up, it'll last for as long as the battery will. So yeah, just a little plug on that thing. Okay, here's that little battery blower I was telling y'all about. Yeah, it's pink. They Echo did it for the Susan G. Komen month of October. I got it a couple years ago. But you get back in here behind, and you can't get between the bush and the house with a backpack blower on to blow all this stuff out. But you can get back here real easy with this little thing right here. It's perfect. You can just go. So that's another reason I like that little thing. It comes in handy. While I was filming this video, I happened to look across the street. Yeah, across the street. And I saw his needed a haircut, so I just ran over here. It wasn't bad, not near as major as those other ones. But I just ran across the street and gave him a quick haircut real quick. Just gonna blow that out in the yard and mulch it. It's full of leaves and everything anyway, so I'm gonna run over it with the mulch blades. Hey guys, another little tip I've been wanting to share with y'all. I know this is Stihl, but I always keep a can of this around, and after every trimming job I do, I spray the hedge trimmers down, if both of them, but if I use both of them. And I also use it to spray the blades on these guys. It just keeps them oiled, keeps them from greasing or rusting. And I also spray it on my trailer hitch or trailer ball once a week, once every other week. Whenever I think of it, I'm like, oh yeah. So it makes that hitch slide down on the ball a lot easier. But just a little tip for you guys. All right, so let's talk about this for a minute. Friends, family, neighbors. Every sales job that you ever get, it seems to me like I work at a bank, I work for a department store. I won't tell you all which one, but they tell you to call your friends, family, neighbors to start your selling process. Well, all you guys ask, how do you start up a lawn care business? What should you do? And a lot of the advice out there is to start with your friends, family, and neighbors. And y'all, I can go both ways on this, but I'm going to tell you my experience a little bit. Let's start with neighbors. I've got a buddy, I won't mention him either, but he will not mow people in his neighborhood, like immediate neighborhood, of course, a few streets over probably, but he won't mow his immediate neighbors. Okay, so I showed you I mow my next door neighbor, I mow the neighbor across the street. I probably lived in that house 8 years before I started mowing my next door neighbor, and the one across the street that I'm doing this cleanup job on, probably 5-6 years before I started doing them. And last summer we got a new next door neighbor on the other side, and they saw my trailer in the driveway and called me and said, hey, we'd like some lawn care. And I was like, I know this is going to sound weird, but y'all just moved in. I'd rather keep you as a neighbor than to take you on as a client and then become friends. I'd rather become friends and then take you on as a client. So right up the street in this cul-de-sac, I had a customer. The house is for sale now, so I was mowing it. So I had all these right here that I just pull out of my driveway and start mowing. Well, that neighbor moved off and house is up for sale, owing me 2.5 months mowings. So my advice on the neighbors is that there's an old saying, don't poop where you eat. So know your neighbors first. Know if they're even the type of client that you want to work for. Or, cause you know in this business, anything can go wrong. You don't trim their bushes the way they like it or something like that. And then you gotta live beside this person. So that's how I am on mowing for neighbors. Get to know them, judge whether you want them as a client or not, because at the end of the day, you got to come home and you want to walk out in your yard. So you'd like to be cordial to the people that live around you. So that's it on neighbors. On friends, be your own judge. I mow for friends. I've mowed for friends in the past. I still have a friend or two that I mow for, but just like with neighbors, I would rather have you as a friend than a customer. Because if something does go amiss, I lose a friend and a customer. So now a lot of times customers will become friends, but it's just a thin line that you got to walk. Because business dealings have ended a lot of friendships, whether people go into business together or you hire a buddy as a pool guy, you hire a buddy as a painter or something like that, and it could become toxic very quickly. You see what I'm saying? So be your own judge on that. And another thing I get is friends and customers that say, hey, little Johnny would like to come work for you. No, because I've been through enough employees to know that it doesn't always work out. So you fire somebody, you fire your friend's kid, they might be a little upset at you. You fire a customer's grandkid, they may fire you. So I don't like working for friends, and I don't like hiring kids of friends or customers, because I could lose both. I could lose the employee, and I could lose the customer, and I could lose a friend. Family. Do you like everybody that shows up at grandma's for Christmas or Thanksgiving? Do you get along with all of them? Do you argue with some of them? Do you even speak to some of your cousins or siblings for that matter? So family, I'm by the same token. Your parents, your grandparents, do it and don't charge them. So as what I'm saying on that. But as far as cousins and aunts and uncles and stuff like that, again, a lot of people in this business will tell you, yeah, work for them. I say go out and get your own customers and don't muddy the water, mixing the two. Keep this separate from this, because at the end of the day, you got to live beside these people, you're related to these people, you're friends with these people that you like to go on vacation with, go out to dinner with, your kids hang out together. I would rather keep them separate, keep everybody happy, than to get a mulch job from somebody for $1,000 and then lose a friend. So that's my take on the friends, family, and neighbors. Let me know what you guys think, because I'm sure a lot of y'all disagree with me and have other takes on it, but that's just my opinion. Now, I'll finish out the video showing y'all how this turned out today. So again, let me know what you think, and we'll go look at the work I've been doing, okay? Okay, let's take a look at this. All these blocks were stacked up there with just weeds growing around them and everything. So what I did, I took the bed redefiner and just did a small little trench down through there for that lip that's on the back of these things to go down in, and then just lined them up, cleaned all that out, and sprayed in between those, because there wasn't an edge on here. And y'all know, whenever you've got rock like that and you're weed eating, you want an edge to keep from flinging them rocks with the weed eater. However, I thought there'd be enough, but there wasn't. That much is left, but I'm going to talk to the homeowner and we'll see about that. She may have some stacked around that I just couldn't find, but I went ahead and did this trench right here, as y'all can see, to put that edge, and sprayed all that. So that's going to look good. All I need to do is put a top coat of rock down, and that'll make a huge difference in that. Got all these trimmed up, as y'all saw. Cleaned that. Laid some stripes. Y'all saw that too. So now I'm going to go across the street. I already trimmed his bushes, showed you that. But I'm going to mow it, and I've got some more lined up this week. Guys, if you don't care, hit that like button, and I'd love it if you'd subscribe. Thanks for supporting me and everything, and let me know how y'all like this, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, have a good one.